Hey guys, how are you? I have a really quick one for you today that really helped me, so I'm going to hope that it helps you. So, I have a little bit of a fear of my kids' future based on what they're doing right now. And I'm sure everyone does, and to their own degree, based on different things. Like we all have our different triggers. So, for me, a trigger is kids being into music. And it's so funny because not all three out of my four kids are really musical. They're playing multiple instruments. They love it so much. One of them is in like two bands. Another one is playing guitar and wants to be in a band next year. And a third one is also musical. And so I, based on my experience and knowledge in life, I have a little bit of a trigger that I'm trying to not flare up about the kids in music and their future. Unfortunately, I don't have a good, how do I say, a good image of people in the future who play music. It's just terrible. Like, I guess it's based on the movies that I've seen, but basically, rationally or irrationally, I associate people who are into music with doing drugs. And I'm sure that that's true in some cases in life, right? Um, and so it's, I've got used to the kids playing music and everything, but like if they're in a band and they enjoy it so much, it sometimes can come up and flare up, and I need to put it back in its place. But what really helped me the other day, actually, my in-laws were here for my son's concert in a band, and my mother-in-law was saying to my son, who's playing the drums, she said, it's so wonderful that you're really into it, and it's so great that you enjoy it so much. She says, because where we live, there are so many live music performances and bands going on all the time. And it's so great to see people are enjoying it so much later in their life. She says once you enjoy it now, it's really a skill and a hobby that you have that you can enjoy for the rest of your life. And instantly it expanded my mind to include the reality that there are other outcomes for people who enjoy music and play music that do not have to include drugs, but simply involves people getting together and playing in a band and enjoying creating music together just for the joy of it and to play for others. Because she said, they don't do it for money. They do it because they enjoy it. They're in a area where there's a lot of people who are retired, and I was so thankful for that moment when that happened, that I heard it, because it really gave me a different future to look forward to. Because before, all I've seen is, I guess, just movies where people play music as adults and nothing good happens out of it. But I haven't seen in real life people who play music like in regular life, not celebrities, right, who are in a band. And I haven't really seen that, maybe I haven't been exposed to it as much. And I haven't seen, anyway, successful people that I would admire my kids, hope my kids could be. So giving this totally different perspective and imagining a community with lots and lots of different people, retired people who do that as a hobby. They're happily retired, and this is just something they do, just like other people who do biking and sailing and other things that people do when they're retired, and it's like a healthy habit, healthy hobby that they enjoy doing with other people. So I want to share this with you, because I think it's so wonderful for us to ask the universe for this alternate future that we can look forward to for ourselves or for our kids. And then you just, one day you receive it. For me, it was as if I have asked for it and received it, because all of a sudden I had something else to envision that actually I have proof in real life that can happen. I'm like, oh, this is way more likely to happen because there are way more people doing this in real life. And my in-laws have seen, so I have proof, and it's a lot easier for me to envision my child doing this as a hobby he enjoys for the rest of his life. So I was grateful for that. And I think that is something that we can ask for. We're like, we can be like, universe, show me something else that I can look forward to and envision for my kid. And I don't have to worry about this terrible, terrible future that is triggered in my mind, you know? So I wanted to name this episode Borrow Her Future, because just borrow somebody else's idea of the future, you know, for your kid, for yourself. Like, look for those ideas, look for them, ask people, and grab onto them. Once you find something that's like, yes, this is a great substitute for my idea in my head, I'm gonna hang on to this. Yes, this works. But you have to be actively working on it. You have to actively like word a problem in your head, and you have to actively like ask the universe, like, help me with this. I need something else to upgrade. I need to upgrade the solution to this problem. So hopefully this helps, guys. Hopefully you guys are working on your triggers and your problems and you're solving them, because honestly, once you solve one, you want to solve the next one and the next one and the next one. And a lot of them are in our head. So we can just simply work on them in our head, and it's a lot easier to solve problems in our head than out there in the world, because we can't really control people out there. So really just look for solutions to your problems. And this is why my podcast is here. It's to help you solve your problems. This is why I'm sharing how I solve my problems, so you can get on a roll solving yours. And it really becomes really addictive. Because you get really addicted to the good feeling you get when you solve one problem, the next and the next and the next. And then you just want to solve all of them. You just want to just keep going. And it feels really good. Then you're on top of your life. All right, guys, have an amazing week. I love you all. Bye.
And I'm on the road.